Hey everyone, following the previous video that I showed you how you can create and start a Zenphi flow from a Typeform form. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can actually add an approval task to you for your Typeform form. So we're going to follow up on the follow on the same form that we used last time, expense reimbursement. Now, if I go head back to Zenphi, so this is your Zenphi environment. As you can see, I've already configured the trigger to be Typeform. Now, in order to add an approval task, all you need to do is to drag and drop assign task. Here, we don't need this action anymore. We can delete it. And we've got assign task, and let's start configuring assign task. So we give it a name, we say approval task, and these values are the options that you want to give the person to approve or reject. So in our case, can be approve and reject. We can add the third option saying that send back for review. And these are going to show up as a button, as an option for the approver to decide on. But we're going to stick to two, and you can also have one. If you, in case you want to send someone to acknowledge something, yes, I received it or it's done, you can delete this one as well. For now, we leave them as is. So now let's configure the task email which is going to go out. Who we're going to assign the task for the demo purpose, I assign it to the same person so I can use it. So o3.clarkson and demo.zenphi.com, and the email subject is going to be um, expense approval for. And this is the interesting part because you can dynamically construct all these values. You have got access to the values which you use on the form, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna use the full name here. And in the email body say, "Hi, Audrey," uh, and I start typing. So I can either press this button and select the values from here. For example, I want to do this. Um, has sent an expense reimbursement expense reimbursement form with the following details. And here I'm gonna just list down all the information. Again, the amount, colon, and I can type at sign and type how much, what was the, and how much was it for. And here I can say, let's see what information actually we capture on the form. So we want to capture what was the expense for, and probably the date as well. I press enter and I press date. You can add a lot more things in here, but let's just stick with these ones. What was the expense for, and date. And here I go and say, please approve, reject, accord accordingly. So that's all we need to do. Now, a few more things I want to highlight. So if you want to attach the attachments on the receipt attachments, you can also do it. You just click on this one. It automatically suggests the most probable things for this, most popular option for this control. Or you can also go here and say, I want to use that. Also, you can configure a few more things. Expiry, this task expires after certain times, or you can use set reminders as well. Now, once we've assigned a task, here we're going to wait for the person to respond. But once the response comes in, we need to check what the response was. So for that, we drag and drop an if condition. Let's configure the if condition. Here we're going to go and say if the task outcome equals to, so the option we had was approve, and I'll show you where it's coming from. That option is coming from here. So we say if user selects this option, go to this branch, and this is what we're going to call approved. Go to this branch. If it's not approved, go to this branch. Now, here we can make a decision. We can take different approach. So if it's approved, we may want to say generate a document using say where where is Google Docs here? You want to generate a document and save it to Drive and send an email, or we may want to um, store something to Google Drive or upload to Salesforce. And here, when if it's not approved, you may want to notify the requester saying that it was rejected. Now, again, for demo purpose, I'm just gonna use two log to history actions. Here, I'm gonna say, um, oops, it was rejected, and another one here, say that it was approved. Well, that's all I need to do. There's a few more things I want to highlight. You see how here we hard coded the assignee. You can assign it to multiple people as well. Also, you can go and use the lookup manager action if you wanted to, for example, to look up the manager of the person submitting the task and assign submitting the form and assign a task to that person. But for demo purpose, we stick with what we have. I'm just going to press publish. All I need to do, I just go here, submit it again. I say food amount probably was 109 and 0101 2022. And now I don't want to attach a receipt and say use the same person's email address and say Audrey Clarkson. So as soon as I press submit, let's head back to Zenphi. Set back to the recent runs. You're going to see a new instance of this flow started. It has already started. If you go in there, task has been assigned. So if I go to this person's inbox, you can see the task has come through and says expense approval for Audrey, and all those values we put on the form show up here. Here, these are the options show up. I can easily select on approve or reject. I'm gonna approve this one. So that's all as an approver I need to do. If I go back here, I refresh the status, and as you can see, it says it was approved. Um, so one more thing I want to highlight, you've got another option for tasks, which is called request data. Here you can actually design a task, what we call a task form, to visualize the data on a form and also capture more data as part of the task if required. So I'll try to cover that in another video, but hopefully you find this helpful, and please let us know if you've got any suggestions and feedbacks. Thank you.